Just a short drive away. I'm not sure what I'm talking about. We're gonna have to work on this one.
Make that boom boom. This boom boom. Make that like damn. Boom boom. Make that boom boom. This boom boom. Make that bounce in this.
Hey guys, so we're here in Nashville, Tennessee. I am training out of CrossFit East Nashville. It's going to be my new home for the season of 2021. So today we have some rowing, I have some push press, some deadlifts. I think we also have split jerk recoveries, and then we're going to have like a whole bunch of other training gear. Like honestly, I've just briefly looked at it and skimmed over it. So it's just going to be a full day of training and yeah, getting after it. Piece that was like, you know, accessory, but like hard. Like my heart rate was still through the roof, which put me in a deficit for the next piece. And I was like, I shouldn't be hurting as much. But these guys just like friggin', all right, tick next, what's up?
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, guys, I'm
why are
still
we
pumping. My heart rate is still at 170 friggin' beats per minute. I need to rest.
So we're about 2 and a bit weeks away from the Open. So right now, especially where Tia is, we're actually just trying to find out where she is actually fitness-wise. And what I mean by fitness-wise, I'm actually considering a lot of things of what CrossFit will throw at us in the Open, okay? So I have a great gauge of where she is in her rowing capacity and actually in her bike erg, interval work, and even for her running for that matter, even though we haven't done much. I'm very conscious of them, but what I'm trying to talk about here is fitness-wise for the CrossFit requirements for the Open. So we're starting to implement a lot more burpees, a lot more thrusters, a lot more intervals on the rower, and obviously working on pull-up rigs. We haven't actually had a chance to use the pull-up rig a lot in our time in South Korea, so having this space now and having this rig in front of us here, we're going to utilize a lot of that. We also want to work more on the dumbbells. We haven't had access to the typical style head dumbbells, like the Rogue style dumbbells. So having that again, we're going to utilize that a lot the next 2 weeks. People have asked about the taper. Will we have a taper for the Open? No, we won't have a taper for the Open. Tia's just going to roll through this first Open and prepare herself for the second part of the Open. Fortunately, she's created a great foundation or a base fitness level that I'm very confident that she'll get through the top 10%, and that we can start prioritizing or preparing ourselves for the second stage of the Open. We haven't been in that format before, so testing ourselves in that will be a lot of fun and a lot of work in between that. But hopefully you can sit back and enjoy this reel.
'Cause everything I touch turns gold. Yeah, everything I touch turns. Everything I touch turns gold. Yeah, everything I touch turns gold.
What we're looking for here is more towards the damper setting. Essentially, depending on the workout or depending on the distance, we will then manipulate the damper setting. So for instance, if we're doing anything around that 1,000 meter mark or that realm, we would then increase the damper setting higher so that we can create more tension or more resistance for each stroke. Therefore, we can apply more force. However, if we start going beyond that 1K mark, we then start lowering that damper. And we start looking around the 4 to 5 range on the damper setting. For the athletes, sorry, we actually dive deeper into when we start looking at the drag factor. The drag factor for us is very important because it allows us to have a consistent setting no matter where we are in the world. So the Concept 2 has a setting or a feature in there for you to test out your damper setting or your damper factor, and we utilize that no matter where we are.
One of those things is like often people ask me, you know, like what do I think about during workouts like that, where, you know, I'm not having to just keep telling myself like you can do this, like just keep going, but so I don't zone out, and then before I know it I'm well, you know, below my pace I meant to hold, or you know, I'm going too slow. So something like that for me is focusing on technique, also thinking about making sure that I'm focusing on my breathing, keeping my heart rate low, so that you know, the technique is effortless, the effort is that much easier. And you know, I think just going through the motions, the more reps you do, the better you get at it. And I know for something like that, it was a lot lower heart rate. And I actually found that I was getting a little hungry because I had a small breakfast this morning. So now I'm actually having a protein bar before I do my next piece, just to get that energy back in. But yeah, that was a really nice way to start the morning session, get the blood flowing through the body, get that heart rate up a little bit, and I'm ready for the next piece.
On. I'm coming heavy with the fights on. I'm hunting, ooh, till you're gone. Save your last breath, cause you don't need it. Devil's gonna grab what he pleases. Your time has come when no one can save you. You better run.
Press or squat more?
I would definitely squat more than what I press, but it would be close. The reason I say that squatting would probably, yeah, because we're constantly doing a lot more squats, like, you know, oh, that's a good question actually. We definitely would squat more because we use our legs a lot more, but we're constantly squatting and pressing like every day throughout the whole week. So there's just a lot of movements that require squats, but then there's a lot of movements that require press. I'm putting it out to you guys. Do you guys squat more or press more?
Earlier I mentioned that in South Korea we didn't do too much of pull-ups or any gymnastic style movements, and what I mean by that is that we just solely focused on the bobsled training regime. So we did a lot of squatting, we did a lot of like typical bench press, you know, the functional stuff you'd find in a Globo gym setting when we could get there due to quarantine. So I think what we're finding ourselves now is just trying to adapt and then get back into the swing of things for the CrossFit season.
One of the reasons why we don't specifically tell you guys what we're specifically doing is because there are proven members that pay for this programming, and so we want to respect them and, you know, what they get. So you know, we obviously you get to see what kind of movements we're doing, but not so much the actual workouts. So you know, we're keeping it a little quiet, but I'm excited to get into this, find that intensity, and get that open burn.
Flu season. I'm sick, got you sneezing. To keep on rhyming, I find new reasons. Yeah, don't diss me, that's treason. Me and my Eve just trying to find Eden. Till then, we keep rolling up trees. Young Dante keep slaying these demons. Mad love for all of my heathens. I feel alive. Alive. I have arrived. Hey, yeah, I feel alive. I feel alive. I feel alive.
Oh yeah. Yo, let's do this. Now picture homie rolling. Let me offer my condolence. You don't know just how I'm doing. And the silence golden broke cause they know him for talking fluent. Got him under the influence, the truest, talking to him. But it's on your ego.